The following program contains material that is not suitable for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
Live from the Community Media Center Marin, it's marINSANITY.
Hello, darlings. Oh, here we are again at marINSANITY. Welcome, welcome, welcome. New faces, I love it. Yeah, welcome to people at home too. I know you lazy bastards, you're too shy to come out in the cold. It's all right though, we don't care, do we? We've got a full house anyway. Look at all these beautiful new faces, it's wonderful. Yeah, this girlfriend of mine, used to friend, you know, she said to me today, she said, "Oh, Griff, I got this new boyfriend," she said, "but he's got a lot of tattoos." I said, "Well, loads of people have tattoos." She said, "Yeah, but he wants to get one on his face. Do you think he's stupid?" I said, "Well, if he's stupid enough to get one on his face, he'll never be smart enough to regret it." So she dumped him. Oh, dear. Can we get a little bit raunchy tonight? I know some of these girls are going to get raunchy. I want to get it warmed up a little bit, you know, for them. Don't look at me like that. No. See, sometimes when we're, you know, comics, you have, fans and, you know, that kind of thing. Some lady came up to me after a show. She goes, "Hey, Griff, you're a funny old geezer." She said, "I'll spend a night in your hotel room with you for $1,000. I said, "Well, that sounds great, baby, but I don't need $1,000. He's a naughty boy, isn't he? Cocky old bastard, but that's all right. So this local lady, police lady, rookie, beautiful girl, just out of the thingy, you know, the college, she teams up with this big, tough old veteran cop. And they walk up to this suspect on the street, and the lady cop whips up her skirt and whips down her panties. And the guy goes, "Whoa!" And the big old cop goes, "No, no, no. I said, flash him your badge." Badge. Gradually working its way around the room. One lady shaking her head. "Well, I better not go get any raunchy with that." Now, look, here's the thing that happened this week. It's a funny thing, little story. It's true. We came out the home consignment centre, you know that, right? Me and the missus, one morning about 11 o'clock. And we're going to go to Larkspur Landing to the vets. And we get like a couple of 100 yards along that back road, and I suddenly feel these bubbles in my tummy. I go, "Uh-oh." She goes, "What?" I said, "Better get me to the bathroom, baby." She goes, "Oh, that quick." I said, "We can't go back because you've got to go up and turn left at the mall and go back down and all this stuff." I said, "Keep going. We'll get to the vets. We'll make it." So we're driving along, and of course it's getting bubblier and bubblier. You know what it's like. 3 cups of black coffee in the morning, you know. So we get to what was it? The little car wash, and she goes, "Look at there's a bathroom right there." So we dive into the car wash. I jump out, run over the door's locked. And there's another one. That door's locked. I knock on the door, no answer. I go into the office. I said to the lady, "You got the key for the bathroom?" I'm busted. She goes, "Nah, there's no key." She looks at her friend. He goes, "No key." Gives a big smile, you know. She said, "You'd have to wait outside if it's locked, there's someone in there." And I thought, she's winding me up. She knows I'm not going to buy a car wash, right? So she's just pulling my chain. So I go out and I try the door again. No answer. I jump back in the car, and by now I'm like, you know, get in the car. I said, "Come on, get over to the vets." No parking spaces. We're going around. This is true. We're going around the mall. I said, "There's a guy over there getting in this car. Come on, quick." So we zoom over there, cuts a couple of people off, you know, gets over there, get the space. So hurrying back to the vets, we go in. I said, "We're here to pick up their medicine for the cats." I said, "Can I use your bathroom?" He said, "No, we don't have a public bathroom." I said, "Come on, dude, I've been coming here for 20 years. Let me use." No, he said, "I'm not allowed to let you." He said, "There's a bathroom around the corner in the mall." You know, Larkspur Landing. So I hurry around the corner, and I'm walking towards the bathroom. It's about 20 feet away. And this lady comes scurrying across, Spanish, Mexican lady, scurrying across, goes straight in the men's room. Oh. Yeah. So I go in, and I checked, it was definitely the men's room. I go in, both the stalls are full. She's in one, and there's obviously a dude in the other one. Oh, God, I've got to go in the girls' room. So I zoom into the ladies. Don't you tell the cops. I go into the I zoom into the ladies' room. Both stall doors are open. Oh, thank God for that. I don't sit down, I'm doing my business, and then I hear these high-heel shoes going click, 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 click. She goes in the other one, shuts the door, sits down, starts having a pee, and I'm almost finished, and then she taps on the wall. She goes, "G'day, hey Maria." So I don't say nothing, trouble. I ran out, turned my phone off, appropriately, So I go straight into the men's room. I've got to hurry up now, because I go straight into the men's room to wash my hands, because I didn't want to. I washed my hands in the men's room, right? And, obviously the woman that's tapping on obviously, when she was tapping on that, she thinks she's talking to the woman who's taking a dump in the men's room, right? So now I'm in the men's room and I wash my hands. I call her, "Hey, Maria." "Hey, who's that?" Obviously, she's wondering, who the hell is this guy? How does he know my name? And what's he doing in the ladies' room? Obviously, So I go outside and I sit on the bench, about 15 feet away now, and watch them both come out the different doors. It's funny. They talk, they're yapping, wow, and then they both burst out laughing, and they turn around and they look at me. They go, "Is that the guy?" And I go, "No, not me." But it was. Anyway, it's all right. So it wasn't as fun as I thought it was going to be, but it will be. I'll work on that. It's a great story. It is a good story. It's a true story. It's a true story. Do you know what I should have done? I should have gone to the bathroom in the home consignment centre in the beginning when I had the chance. Before I, no. So anyway, whatever you said, I'm sure that's fine, dude. What did you say?
You should have gone behind a tree. It'd be faster.
I think it was bad enough going in the ladies' room, dude. I'm not at that level yet. I don't live in San Francisco. You know what I'm talking about, you guys. So, well, let's get this show rolling. We've got some lovely people you've never seen before. This girl, first lady coming to the stage, she rocks the mic at the Cobbs and the Punchline, all kinds of places all over the Bay Area. I want you to give a wonderful, warm San Rafael welcome for my good friend, Erie Diamond.
Hello, San Rafael. Hello. This is a good representation of the town. It's kind of a white town. It's cool. It's cool. A lot of sunscreen sold here, I'm assuming. You guys like the show so far? You like the show so far? Good? Good. I like that you guys are like, we're just having a conversation. Yes? We do? I'm glad. I am glad because I did a show a couple weeks ago and some chick yelped about it. And the bad news is she did not like the show. No. Good news is now I know how to spell abysmal. So it's got a Y in it. Did you know that? I did not. Was not aware of that. I dated a really dumb guy one time. Anybody in here ever dated a dumb person? Anybody? Yeah, right? Thank you, my sister. No, he's really dumb, but why do we date them? Because they're fine, right? They're fine. And I don't know, guys. There was this one day that he texted me, and he was like, I really want to meet your parents. And yeah, and I was like, I'm way too embarrassed for this dummy to meet my parents. So I just texted him back, and I said, I'm sorry, but my parents died a year before I was born. And yeah, and he felt really bad. He was like, I am so sorry. I am sending you my thanks and prayers. So, which I thought was really nice. No, that guy actually broke up with me by text, which was really annoying. Here's what the text said. The text said, I don't want to see you anymore because that was the end of the text. Yeah, all I could hope was that maybe he was crossing the street, and just got hit by a car. You know what I mean? It's really dark, I know, but it's just what I was thinking. I was in line at the coffee shop today, and there was a guy in front of me, and he had a squirrel tattooed on his cheek. Yeah. And I just could not stop staring at it because I wanted to know the story. You know what I mean? I just wanted to know the story, you know? Because honestly, guys, if it had been like a really badly drawn penis and balls, I would have been like, I know this story. This guy passed out at a party, right? And his friend had a tattoo gun, right? But the thing is, the guy caught me staring at him, and he turned around, and he was like, what are you looking at, witch? Yeah, and then like in my head, I was like, I prefer the term wizard because it's non-gender specific, but I didn't say that. Instead, I panicked, and I just yelled out, YOLO! That's what I said. It didn't really make any sense at the time, as it doesn't here. I'm actually trying to use more non-gender specific words now. For instance, I realized I should be calling my favorite sex position reverse cow person. I don't know. Some of you don't know what that means. Okay, well, let me tell you what it is. This is the position, in case you wanted to know, this is a position where the lady is on top. You with me? You okay? Okay. The lady is on top, but instead of facing the guy's head, she is turned in the other direction, facing the camera. So, that's, you okay? I have other dirty jokes. Is that okay? Okay. Whatever you said was awesome. I'm pretty sure I'm a werewolf. Just thought I'd get that out there. Here's how I know. I know you look inquisitive, but here's how I know. When I go out drinking, there is a point in the night when I black out, which I assume is when I'm changing. And when I wake up, I don't know where I am or how I got there. Yeah. I know what you guys are thinking. You're thinking, maybe you're not a werewolf. Maybe you're the Hulk. I totally thought about that. But the Hulk always wakes up with pants on. So that can't be it. That can't be it. I like you. You're getting everything I'm saying. And that means a lot to me. I want you to know that. I was on this blind date one time, and like in the middle of the date, I actually said out loud, wow, I'm way out of your league. Yeah. And it was awkward, like, because we were already having sex, you know, and it was, but, you know, he was cool. He was like, do you want to stop or whatever? And I was like, it's all right, let's just finish up, and then I'll just deny it later. So, I don't know. You guys are probably thinking to yourselves, wow, this girl used to be really slutty. Yes, I was. In fact, I slept around so much. I may have some kids out there I don't even know about. You know what I mean? I did not always use protection. I was from kind of a weird family. I had like a stoner uncle that used to just tell me the craziest stuff. I remember one time I was like 5 years old, and I went to him and I was like, look, my tooth. And he said, oh, did you know that the tooth fairy sneaks into your room at night, switches out the tooth for the money, and then teabags you? Yeah, and now that I'm an adult and I know what that means, that is hilarious. I'm sorry. Just wish I knew what that was when I was a kid. I would have got a good laugh. I did one of those Ancestry.com things. Have you guys done this? Ancestry, you've done it, right? It's cool, right? Yeah. No, I did one, and I found out some stuff. I found out I'm 30% French, I am 20% Irish, and I am 50%, wow, my mom is a liar. Yeah. Turns out the guy I thought was my biological dad, not related to me. Nope. Totally know how Jesus felt. Except for I can prove my dad exists, but no. You know what? Here's the thing. I went to my mom and I said, hey, I confronted her with the DNA results, and this is what she said. She said that DNA results are usually wrong. Yeah, and I was like, wow, you should tell the police. Because they're like totally using that, And you know what, and on that, you guys, on a side note, can I just say that the cops could be a little cooler about that? You know what I mean? Like, they're like, we got you, you're going down for this crime, your DNA is all over the crime scene. By the way, you're 60% Dutch. Right? Now you can join that Dutch prison gang. So, good, right? I know, except for they have a really hard time because they can't shank anybody in the shower because they got the wooden shoes. It's really hard to sneak up on people. So, I don't know. You guys like porno movies? You like porno movies? Might be the wrong crowd. I might be the wrong crowd, but I'm going to ask you guys anyway. You like them? No, I don't like them. Actually, I don't like them, and I'll tell you why. They're super predictable. Have you guys noticed this? Come on, I was thinking, like, wouldn't it be cool if just once there was, like, a really cool twist ending, Like, this is what I was thinking. What if M. Night Shyamalan directed a porno movie? Okay. You are like, I want to know what this is. Okay, here's what I think it'll look like. This is what it's going to look like. Okay. That was great. Oh my God, he's been dead the whole time. No wonder he was so stiff. It's M. Night's first porno. You got to give him a little break. You know what I mean? You just got to give him a little bit of a break. I don't know. You guys are fun. This has been really fun. I like this. I was going to tell you a little bit more about myself, but it's just such a sad story. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. I think I'm going to end this on a cautionary tale. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to end this on a cautionary tale. I was at the movie theater the other day, and I was in line to get tickets, and in line behind me were these two little people. And I looked back and I said, hey, you guys, if you want, why don't you borrow my raincoat? One of you can get on the other one's shoulder. Put the raincoat on. You only got to pay for one ticket, right? Here's what I figured out. Little people don't like awesome ideas. Other thing I figured out is that little people have like average sized person anger. Did you guys know about that? I'm Mary Diamond. Thank you very much, you guys.
Fantastic stuff. Don't you love her?
Yeah.
Yes, you do. I do too. She's wonderful. You're gonna love this next guy too. This next guy, he was on America's Got Talent a few months ago. Really impressive. Oh yeah. Got called back. He was at least twice, 2 or 3, I don't know. But he got through a few rounds. It was great fun. A gothic comedian inspired by Tim Burton, I think. You be the judge. You think. Give it up for Oliver Graves.
Hi. So who has one thumb and survived a car crash? The guy I hit. They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, not if you're poisoned. Then the antidote becomes the most important meal. Trying to find the woman of my dreams. It's a struggle because I'm an insomniac. I've dated enough liars that now I know a liar when I see one. But luckily, the people I'm dating now, they haven't. I get really lonely. Sometimes I'll just pick up the phone to listen to the dial tone. It has a lot to say. Tried online dating. Kind of confuses me though, because there'd be people that would say must love dogs. I was like, why? I want to love a person. But it all made sense once I actually looked at the faces of the people that were saying that. I was out one time and I was with a special person in my life. She was very special to me, and we actually got stopped while we were walking, and someone said, I just wanted to say that the two of you make the cutest couple. And I was a little taken back because I thought the person I was with, I thought the entire time that she was imaginary. I actually date really beautiful women, like the most beautiful women you've ever seen. My friends have warned me, like, they're probably just after your money. They're probably gold diggers. I'm like, that's okay because I'm a charlatan that claims to have gold. I actually do have gold. I have gold, I have silver, I have platinum and ruby and sapphire and red and yellow and blue. X and Y and black and white and Go and Stadium and Coliseum, and these are the Pokemon games. I have all the Pokemon games, and if you're a really beautiful woman, just know they're worth a lot of money. I hurt myself recently. On accident. It wasn't intentional or anything this time. But I'd broken my foot, and it finally healed, so I can get back to running from my problems. I am out of shape, though. I want to get into shape. I want to get into running. I want to get into, lifting, I want to be one of those buff guys that's just so strong that I could just walk right up to a woman and just carry a conversation. I'm very awkward socially. I don't know if that's obvious. I have to explain that one. Very awkward though. I use humor to kind of cover up for my social awkwardness. I just wish I could use humor to cover up my BO. I was out one time and this guy didn't really care for the way I looked. I know I'm very expressive. I like to dress the way I dress and do my makeup, and I could tell he was not into it. He wanted to make fun of it. And he's like, look at this guy. Look at the freak. What are you going to do about it, freak, huh? What are you going to do about it? You got anything to say about it? I really didn't want any trouble. I didn't know what else to do. I thought, I'll bite my tongue and walk around him. And it was good. It got him, got him kind of shut up. I think it might have been the blood coming from my mouth. But it showed him. I was in a play, but I was just really hoping they'd cut me. That was a play on words. Okay, it's fine. Getting picked on, it's hard. It's hard when you want to do more, you want to have creativity. I got picked on quite a bit throughout life, even in school. I had a teacher that made fun of me in school. That was hard. I was homeschooled. I traded in my car to get my interest rates lowered, and that worked. Women are less interested in me. Actually, I had my car repossessed recently. That was really expensive. I don't know if anyone's ever had to deal with car repossession, because it is so much money to have to hire 2 more priests and do another exorcism. Something I'll do if I don't want anyone flirting with me for the evening is I'll wear a wedding ring on my finger. That way no one will flirt with me, and it works. Anytime I'm wearing it, no one ever flirts with me. Actually, a lot of times, I think people just kind of know, because I'll forget to wear it, and still, no one ever flirts with me. I've had some tough jobs. I used to sell blood door to door. People always ask questions like, where did it come from? I'm like, do you want it or not? I want to get a job that can help me out. I want to get a job that helps me be like more social and can help people. So I thought about maybe being like a bartender, because a bartender interacts with people, but then you're out really late being a bartender. I thought, well, maybe being a teacher. I'm like, well, teachers have to get up early every day. I thought about maybe being a cop. I'm like, well, cops have to kill people. I don't want to have to kill people. I'm clearly joking. I love killing people. Love to kill people. I still couldn't be a cop, though, because I like to kill white people. I worry about the kind of the future we have of like how we met stories, like people like, oh yeah, we met at a wedding, we met at a concert. Like that's kind of going away with the new generation of people, because people aren't meeting in the same way. They're meeting in the whole new like internet way. Like they're doing it with these apps and stuff. Like what's the how we met story gonna be in the future? It's like, well, I was on my phone taking a dump, and there they were. I know I'm not the only one that does swiping before wiping. Come on. I've been Oliver Graves. Thank you very much, everybody. And please give a nice, big, warm welcome to your host, Griffin Daly, who's doing such a good job here. Yeah, give him a round of applause. Come on.
TV stars we got right here, huh? Great stuff. This next young lady, wonderful comic. She's performed at the Punchline and Comedy Oakland and a bowling alley in Roanoke Park. But she is literally made history as the world's first virtual reality comedian. A very strange thing. I want to know what that's all about. Give it up, a warm welcome, lovely, lovely welcome for Natasha Vinnick.
Hello, everyone. Hey, Marin TV. I was raised in Marin. Yep. I went to Redwood High School. Did any of you go to Redwood High School? One of you. Whoa. Did you like it?
That was back in the Stone Ages.
So did you like it?
Yes.
Wow. I didn't. I hated Redwood so much. Apparently Robin Williams did too. I remember growing up in Tiburon. Tiburon, I'm sure you all know, translates to shark. My dad used to say that it was called shark because of all the cops. That was his thing. He's like, the cops are going to get you. And then he told me like a lot of lies that kind of weren't totally true, you know? I heard from him growing up. He said, Natasha, you're going to grow into your hair. Lie. Another weird lie he said, we're Jewish. And he said to me when I was young, because I was like, why haven't we learned Hebrew? Or why haven't I learned Hebrew? And he said to me, you're not learning Hebrew because Hebrew is a dead language. And I was like, okay. Went with that in my head my whole life. And then a couple of years ago, I went to Israel for the first time. And I still don't know what language they were speaking there. Like, what was it if not Hebrew? Dad? I actually really dig being Jewish, though. Being Jewish is pretty neat because being Jewish is basically like being a practicing atheist. Very easy to practice. So easy to practice. You just look at your online dating matches and you're like, oh yeah, there's no God here. For sure, there's no God here at all. And I like Judaism because it's a religion that really questions itself. It questions God. It questions like everything, and I love that. And Israel directly translates to struggle with God, which I think is pretty cool. I think that's a pretty cool fact because what I like to imagine is what happened years ago. Someone was really wondering, like, is there a higher power? Is there a God? And on the wall, they were just writing, trying to figure it out, and they wrote, is real? And someone else was like, hey, let's take what dyslexic Dan wrote on the wall, make it the name of our country. That's how Israel was founded. I changed Wikipedia. You can look it up. Now that is how Israel was founded. I love it. My mom converted to Judaism for my father. She's Catholic. She's from Peru. And she converted Judaism when they got together, and when they divorced, she pretended it never happened. Because that's what you can do with religion, you guys. Religion is cool like that. And so now she's on Tinder. I don't know if you're familiar with Tinder, the dating app. She's on Tinder. And she's having a tough time on Tinder. She's basically just like swiping through Santas, you know? It's tough. It's tough. And I feel like that's her retribution for leaving the Jewish faith. They're like, oh, Martha, you're done with Judaism. Here's a Tinder full of Santas. It's tough on her. I love her. I'm a big fan. She's on Tinder, and she's very bad at Tinder. And I don't know if any of you all been on Tinder, but on Tinder they tell you how many matches you have. But my mom didn't quite get it. She thought it was a numbers game. It wasn't about quality of person for her. It was about how many can I collect. So she says to me, Natasha, I have 40 followers. And I'm like, I hope not, Mom. I really hope not. I love my mom, though. She's been great. She raised me. I'm pretty happy with who I am and how I look, but I understand that this here isn't like every man's dream, you know? It's not every man's dream, but I do think I look like a small boy's wish. I do. I think there was a small boy somewhere once. In his hand, he held a bunch of toothpicks and Muppet hair. He made a little person, held it to the sky, and said, make me a friend! Please make me a friend! And like some horrifying Pinocchio wish, lightning struck his hand, and I came out. I got no strings, as you can see. Except on my IUD. oh. That little boy was like, sweet. Also, little boy is my nephew, and he's adorable. He's so cute. He has a crush on me, which people say is cute. But when I say I want to fuck my uncle, that's weird. What? Unfair. My uncle and I would theoretically be two consenting adults, okay? If he would only consent. But he won't, because he's a good man. And that makes me want him even more, you know? I got broken up with by a guy who's not my uncle. Because if my uncle and I were in a relationship, he would never do that to me because he cares about my emotional well-being. I got broken up with by a 23-year-old, and when he broke up with me, he said, I don't have the emotional capacity to be in a relationship. I was like, yeah, I know, that's why I picked you. It was gonna be perfect. It's gonna be so good. He has Asperger's. He's like on the spectrum, you know, which is kind of like my thing. I love dudes who are on the spectrum. Who doesn't want a man who's like as blunt as your mother, but can give you like fun facts about trains, right? Isn't that the dream? That's my dream, you guys. That's my dream. I've been really lonely though since the breakup, so I did something super embarrassing. I switched Siri's voice to a man's. I just missed asking a guy a question and getting a whole bunch of unrelated facts. You know what I'm talking about? I'll be like, hey, let's talk about emotional intimacy. He'll be like, Idiocracy is a film! It's not what we're talking about, sweetheart. But I love you anyways. I've been trying to figure out who I am since the breakup. You know, who am I? So I did 23andMe. You're familiar with 23andMe? Yeah, 23andMe, which is also the name of my last relationship. Boom! All right. No, I did 23andMe, and my coworker, who is a jerk, George was like, you know that when you do 23andMe, they keep your DNA. You know they keep your DNA. They can keep it, George. I have more. I'm made of DNA. My bedroom's a crime scene, George. I hate George. I hate George so much. George is one of those dudes. I don't know if you've heard of those guys who are like, the women are tricking us with the makeup. Do you know those guys? The women are deceiving us with the face paints. These are the same guys who are growing like half a blanket of hair over their faces, right? I'm just saying, I've seen YouTube videos where women like take off all their makeup and they're brave or whatever, but I've also seen YouTube videos where men shave their faces for the first time and their children are screaming. Who are the deceivers among us, George? George is fired. I'm very happy about it. I hated George so much. Work is hard. I have a coworker who complains about how technology is listening to us. Yeah. Yep. Noelle's always like, you know, I think our phones are listening to us. And I'm like, Noelle, if your phone doesn't listen to you, who will? Right? I don't like Noelle either. I don't like my job. I hate my job. Can I be honest? I hate my job so much. But that's okay, because I get to be here. I get to be with family. I get to visit my mom after this in Tiburon. She's still there, and she's great. She does yoga with me, but she calls it joga. Are you familiar with yoga? No? It's the same as yoga. Yoga teachers, I think, are people who really want to help people. They do. They just also, like, really don't want to learn anatomy. Do you know what I'm talking about? Have you done yoga? Round of applause if you've done yoga. Okay, you just did a little finger. You're scared of applauding, sir. All right. Well, I've done yoga, and I had a yoga teacher tell me to puff out my kidneys. Puff out your kidneys. If I could take air from outside of my body and use organs within my body to move that air to my kidneys, do you think I'd be in this level 1 Groupon class, Sapphire? Nah, I'd be in some weird porn where I need that skill for some reason. I had another yoga teacher tell me to drape my skin around my inner body. Drape your skin around your inner body. I was like, ooh, inner body. How does she know I'm pregnant? Don't worry, guys, I've never been pregnant for very long. Ooh, for the record, okay, abortion is not a joke, all right? It's a practical joke. Sometimes it's just practical, you guys. Thank you so much. You've been great. Give it up for your host.
Lovely stuff, lovely stuff. Everybody having fun? Yes, you are. Don't answer me. You are. I know you are. You're all enjoying it. It's been great. Lovely. Listen, this next girl, she's a fantastic comic, Swedish-American. She's headlined clubs all over Europe. Yes, she has. Like a Viking going out and they're killing everywhere. It's wonderful. And now she's here for you. Give it up for Hannah Evanson.
Thank you so much. Wow. MarINSANITY. Oh, so aptly named. If I could describe Marin in one word, it would be insane. Right? Yeah, you guys are nuts. Awesome. Here we are. I am a very accomplished comedian. I have TV credits. You might have heard of it. Starts with an M, ends with an anity. Yeah, this is my TV credit right here, MarINSANITY. But I feel like, this is maybe my peak. No. Comedy's not paying the bills. It's not, so I have to get a real job, which is really upsetting, very annoying, because I just feel like, we ladies, we avoided the workforce for so long, Oh, I just feel like we could have gone longer, We were very strategic, right? Like at least we avoided decades of very shitty jobs. Like there was never a women's movement to let us be coal miners, you know what I mean? No, we knew what we were doing for sure. I kind of feel like they were like, Dorothy, want to be a chimney sweep? And Dorothy was like, oh, women belong in the kitchen. What? Oh, who said that? Okay, I'll go make a sandwich. Suppressed, right? Good on Dorothy. The good thing about being forced to stay in the kitchen for most of history, though, is that we didn't do a lot of the bad stuff, right? Like Griffin said, my ancestors were the Vikings. Uh-oh. People are always like, whoa, the Vikings, they're known for pillaging and looting and raping all over Europe. I'm always like, oh my God, is that what the men were up to? Oh. They told us they were on a business trip. Oh. It's very upsetting news. I don't know if I believe that, though. I don't know if I believe that my ancestors went over to Britain and spread their genes. If they did, not enough, right? Oh, they would be more attractive. Yeah. Have you guys been to Britain? Yeah. Yikes. Okay. They're not, visually appealing. I planned to do this joke before I knew that your host would be British, and sometimes you just have to commit to the bit, you know what I mean? And sometimes you don't have to, and you shouldn't. And this might be the latter instance, but MarINSANITY, right? It's insane. Wow. Yeah, one time I did this joke about the British being ugly, and there was this hideously ugly man in the audience, and he was like, I'm British. I was like, I know, I can see that. You don't have to tell us. What a goofball. He was like, do you think I'm ugly? I was like, well, on the bright side, your ancestors must have been excellent fighters, right? Yeah, they were able to fight off those Vikings, huh? Before any insemination occurred, so... He didn't like that joke. I'm sure Griffin will love this joke. I'm going to exit that way. No, that's impossible. There's not an exit there. I tried. Being Swedish, obviously, I spent a lot of time at IKEA. You guys know? Yeah. Huge fan. Huge fan of IKEA. I feel like every time I go to IKEA, I notice how men and women test the quality of furniture so differently. You know what I mean? A lot of men at IKEA want to physically interact with the furniture. They're beating it up. They're like, they're kicking the table legs. They're knocking on it. They're like, I know materials. Women, we don't need to beat up the furniture, to test the quality. We test quality using psychological manipulation, right? I go up to an IKEA table and I'm just like, listen, table, I'm pregnant. and it's yours table. And that's how you know, is that table ready to accept the consequences of its actions and step up and be a father? That's how you know if you can take that table home or not. A good IKEA table, a real, strong, sturdy IKEA table, it's not going to call you a slut for sitting on that couch a few minutes ago. No. We're not talking about IKEA furniture anymore. Oh, I digress. Anyway, some men, I feel like they try to like prove their manhood or masculinity via IKEA furniture. You know, like I had this roommate, he was a man. He brought home some IKEA furniture and he was like, I don't even need the instructions. I was like, what? That's such a weird flex. Why? Just use the instructions. Like, what are you trying to prove? You stupid coward. He was like, well, it's a rug, so. Toxic masculinity, right? No, he won that debate, but that same roommate, his name is Daniel. Don't tell anyone, because he hates when I tell this story, because it exposes him as a fool. But he is very skeptical of technology. He's like, no, it records everything we say. So my other roommate and I, we got an Alexa. The fun, you guys know Alexa, right? We were like, yeah, the little, you guy, Marin, yeah. The fun thing about Alexa is you can program her to say things at certain times. So like, for example, when he's alone in the kitchen with the Alexa, you could have her say, Daniel, why don't you trust me? You know, like if you wanted to. Yeah, he shit his pants. We also told him, we were like, Alexa doesn't just sync with all the electronics, she syncs with our cycles. So when Caitlin and I are on our periods, Alexa's on her period too. And he knows when that is because once a month we programmed Alexa. So when he's like, Alexa, what's the weather like today? She's like, look outside, you dumb fuck. You know, it's just hormones. Hormonal Alexa. Oh, phenomenal. Yeah, I love talking about periods. No, I don't. Periods are they're not a highlight of my month, but I did find one bright side of periods was that in high school, you could always use a period to get out of any unit of PE. You know what I mean? Like if you had a man PE teacher, you could just be like, oh, I have cramps. And he'd be like, get back, you demon. You know, he didn't want to deal with that. That only worked if you had a man PE teacher, though, right? Like women, they knew better. Like I had a woman PE teacher. I was like, damn it. I had to drench myself in fake blood, you know? I was like, oh, heavy flow this month. It's in my hair. Oh, should I get in the pool? What do you think? It worked for me. It did. I remember how, like in high school, one time I dropped a tampon out of my backpack, and this high school boy, well, obviously we're all in high school, he picked it up until he realized what it was, and he was like, whoa, shit, get away from me, whoa! He like freaked out. I was like, whoa, Steven! Like, just because I already used it? What? Okay, you guys really honestly think I put a used tampon back in my backpack? You guys are marINSANITY. You're looking at me like, yeah, well, oh, God, you judged me so correctly. No, I don't put them back in my backpack. It was wrapped and new. I don't really understand the disgust towards clean, wrapped, new tampons. You know what I mean? Like, that's like if someone handed you a roll of toilet paper and you were like, whoa, that's about to be on your asshole. Ugh. Get your asshole paper away from me. I don't understand it. I love taking photos of people because you have so much power, you know? You can make them do whatever you want them to do. Like the other day, this group of people asked me, they're like, can you take a group photo of us? And I was like, sure. And it started out really normally. You know, I was like, squish together, smile, ooh. And then I got intoxicated by the power, you know? And I was like, wow, I can make them do anything I want them to do right now. They will do anything. So I was like, okay, smile a little less from you. Okay, let's close your eyes. Let's try one without you on the end there. Boop, boop, out you go. Let's try one. And she was like, oh, okay, me, okay, oh. And she left the photo. I was like, whoa, I am so powerful. And now I just try to push the boundaries more and more. Like yesterday I was taking this photo of these two girls, And I was like, okay, girls, smile. Make a silly face. Yeah, go like this. They were like, oh, no, we don't want to. And I was like, 3, 2. And they were like, people will do anything. You know, the countdown stresses them out. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, my God, I only have one shot. They'll do anything you want them to do. So before I leave today, let's take a group photo. I'm just kidding. You guys have been phenomenal. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you, Hannah. Was she making fun of me? Was she? Was she? A little bit. That's okay. I don't care. That's all right. I don't give a damn, baby. Hey, listen. The next performer hails from Louisville, Kentucky. The home of who? The greatest of all time, Muhammad, right? Yeah. His dad knew Muhammad Ali too. Yeah. This guy is fantastic. He's one of my favorite comics anywhere ever. And we're honored to have him here tonight. I want you to give a fantastic welcome for Zorba Javon Hughes.
Take it in. Let's get the obvious out the way. CeeLo had a yard sale and I racked the hell up. Yeah, some people see me dressed like this and they got stereotypes. Like the other day I'm walking down the street, this lady sees me dressed like this and she goes, I want you to be my sugar daddy. I'm like, sugar daddy? I got diabetes. How about your gluten-free uncle? Your keto diet cousin, how about that? I am from Kentucky, as he said. Hillbillies, rednecks, and me. This is what they look like when they don't inbreed. Take a good look. As a stereotype, we marry our cousins. That's not true. I've been dating my aunt for a while. I think I should know. Yeah. I come from a place where the pigeons chew tobacco. They put gun racks on bikes to give you an idea. Yeah, from Louisville, home of the Kentucky Derby. It's the one time a year where white women get to dress louder than a pimp. That's Kentucky. Yeah, I come from a crazy family. Anyone else? Yeah. I got an uncle named Tom, but we can't call him that. My dad walked out on me and my mom 1975, went to get a pack of cigarettes and never returned. That's messed up, but it kept me from smoking. Yeah. Craziest person in my family is my grandmother. True story, when I was 5 years old, I witnessed her whoop my 35-year-old dad. He owed her money he didn't want to pay. He was like, hold on, Mom, you think you grown? I'm a grown man. This is my son. This is my wife. Now get the fuck out of my face. See how quiet, y'all? That's how we were. Even the dog pissed on himself. He couldn't believe it. My grandmother takes his arms behind his back like they on cops. Turns him over her lap, start beating his ass. He gets loose, running under the bed, assuming he's going to be safe. My grandmother chased him under the bed and whooped his ass under the bed. And went off on him like a brimstone preacher. She was like, you think cause you're grown and got a place of your own that you gonna talk back to me? Well, I said, well, I said, well, I said, well, I don't think you heard me. I said, well, I brought you in this world and I surely take you out. Turned to my mother, said, can I get amen? My mother's like, amen, sister, preach on, preach on. Neighbors came over, they formed the gospel choir. They was like, beat his ass, beat his ass. When we see your dad get his ass whooped like that, you can't have the same respect for him anymore. I stay up late to watch TV, be like, didn't I tell you to go to bed? I call grandma, okay, you win. You win. Yeah, my other grandfather had 16 kids. Very prolific, yeah, very prolific. He didn't even have a pull-out couch. Yeah, that's how he had that many kids. I didn't know I was a cock blocker as a kid. I'll tell you what I mean. I'm an only child. I got 2 aunts I grew up with that are 8 and 10 years older than me. My grandmother used to make them take me with them on their dates. Because they dated a lot of African exchange students. They're like, I don't know these people. They might have voodoo. I don't know. So if say your mom, you want to go on a date with them, You go into the movies, you'd have to pay my way in the movies, your way, and her way, and I had to sit in the middle. Now, what's the best way to get to know her? Get to know me. So they would try to bribe me with money. They'd be like, here's a 20. You go get her some popcorn. I'm like, you make it 40, I sit in the lobby. You make it 80, I catch the bus home. Yeah, man, my family. Coming up in Kentucky, it was a trip, man. I remember I went home a couple months ago, like a couple years ago, went home to visit my mom, and I was crossing the street, and a redneck tried to run me over with his pickup truck. And he gonna holler out the window, he goes, hey, nigga. Then he ran into a tree. Coincidence, it was a black oak. Yeah. I got a friend back home in Kentucky. He's high-class white trash. That means he got a chandelier hanging from his trailer. Fancy. High class. High class. I live here in San Francisco now. Here's one thing I learned about San Francisco. You can't freak people out sexually. You could say, I fuck horses. They'll be like, was it a Palomino? Because I mess with Clydesdales myself. My sister like Torix. That should tell you I'm from Kentucky. How many black people gonna just name horses like that? Exactly. Yeah, man. You can't freak people out. I live in a Tenderloin. Y'all know where that's at? You ever heard of it? The Tenderloin. It's the only place I've been where you'll see an empty wheelchair and not be concerned about where's the person that was in it. That's the Tenderloin. I was walking past the guy one time, he tied off, he was shooting up, and as I walked past him, I overheard him say, I don't drink soda because soda's bad for my health. That's the Tenderloin. I seen a guy with a lazy eye, buck teeth, a weak chin, and he had on a shirt that said, I make pretty babies. That's the Tenderloin. Tenderloin is the only place I've been where a homeless white guy would call me the N-word, and then 30 minutes later turn around and ask me for change. I'm like, you just called me the N-word. Why you gotta bring up old shit? That's the Tenderloin. Tenderloin is the only place I've been where I've seen a blind guy have a cell phone argument. And he was these words, he goes, when I see you, I'm fucking you up on sight. That's the Tenderloin. You ever been on Hyde and Turk? I refer to that as the homeless flea market. Why? Because homeless people find stuff, they set it up over there, and they try to sell it to you. The other day I was walking down Turk, a homeless guy tried to sell me one shoe. What the hell I'm gonna do with one shoe? He said, take it one step at a time. That's the Tenderloin. That's what that is, living there. I don't know who's doing these crop circles, but I want them to be my barber. If you can make an image of the Virgin Mary in the wheat field, I know you can tape her like a mug. That's all I'm saying. I need this. I'm tired of our president. It's time for him to get out. Y'all see when Donald Trump was getting on Air Force One, he had a piece of toilet paper stuck to his shoe? Y'all remember that? That's a perfect metaphor because he is a piece of shit. Yes, I don't care. You know who needs to step down? Mitch McConnell. Why? Because he don't have a chin. You can't make decisions that affect America if you can't fold a blanket. At least be able to put a violin under your neck. You understand what I'm saying? Betsy DeVos needs to, she's mad. She got kicked off the cheerleading team 50 years ago and never let it go. That's what that is. That's what happened when you used to be the pretty girl and it fades. Yes, a lot of crazy. I just broke up with my girlfriend recently. I'm out dating again. I went out with this girl the other night. She said, don't treat me like a date. Treat me like you would treat your mom. So I ain't going to call her for 6 months. Yeah, man. Dating is I know this doesn't apply here, but if you got y'all got kids, I'm assuming, tell gentlemen this, tell the men to stop using pickup lines to meet women. It's getting old and outdated and antiquated. Am I right there? Yeah, you gotta be yourself. And I seen a guy at a club. He's trying to talk to this woman. He goes up to her with the corniest pickup line. He goes, "Excuse me, sweetheart, is your father a thief?" Then how did he steal the stars out the sky and put them in your eyes? Yeah, you can never say that to a black woman. Is your father a thief? Is your mother a hoe? Buy me a drink, bitch. But I tried that when I was young. When I was in my 20s, I'm in my 40s now. I know black don't crack. But when I was in my 20s, I saw this girl. She was thick as an In-N-Out milkshake. You understand what I'm saying? She had more curves than Lombard Street. I went up to her, struck up a basic conversation. Hey, how you doing? Where you from? Let's have sex. You know, basic conversation. Her boyfriend comes back from the bathroom. You see how big I am? Ain't nothing about me says lightweight. He made me look like mini-me. He picks me up off the stool. What the hell you doing hollering at my woman? I started thinking to myself, what would Popeye do in this situation? Now, what would Popeye do? Eat a can of spinach and whoop ass, right? I didn't have a can of spinach, however. I did have a pack of Mentos. You saw the commercial, what happens if you eat a Mentos, you can accomplish the world. I had 2 of them. Gave them a left cross. As the paramedics rushed me to the hospital with a pack of Mentos up my ass, I was just glad it wasn't a can of spinach. Yes, crazy. Had a lot of jobs before I got into comedy. I used to work at a grocery store. One time I was upstairs cleaning up and the monitor over the whole store was on. I saw this lady in the aisle with all the sweets. I couldn't resist. I got on intercom. I was like, fat chicken aisle 6, put those ho-hos down. Fat chicken aisle 6, put those ho-hos down. My boss thought it was funny. Too bad his wife can't take a joke. They had to let me go. Yeah, I used to have a lot of jobs. I used to work at an international hostel. The funny thing about that is I was the only American, so I was representing us all. And people would ask me the craziest stuff. They would be like, so are you from Africa? And I'd be like, technically, yeah, but I ain't been home in over 500 years. Yeah, me and this one guy got in an argument. He goes, because I said, I'm African American. What does it mean? I'm an American whose ancestors come from Africa. No big deal. Me and this white guy got in an argument about that. He goes, how do you know? You don't have any proof. Now, I don't know what tribe I'm from, but chances are with this skin complexion, these features, and this hair, I could pretty much scratch off Poland. Germany, Any English people in here? Good, let's talk about them for a sec. They like to give us crap about words. Like what we call a sidewalk, they call a pavement. What we call a jumper, they call a sweater. We call it sweater, they call it jumper. Me and this Englishman got in an argument about that. He goes, that's the problem with you bloody Americans. You can't use proper English. I said, well, had you left me in Africa, we wouldn't have this issue now, would we? This fucking shepherd pie eating. Yes. Our freaking country. What else is going on with me in this world right now? I like to dress, as you can see. I call it dandy styling. Some people give me crap about it, I don't know. I've always been a dressy dude. I wear a tuxedo to the grocery store. That's the type of dude I am. But sometimes some people don't like to see that shit. They like to stereotype too much, but it is what it is. What else I got a studio apartment. Anyone else? Yeah, no, he's like, no, dude, you, just me. Studio apartment. I don't know why they call it that. I ain't made one record in that bitch. I ain't laid one track. They should call it what it is. It's a bathroom with a closet. That's what I have. And it comes with all the amenities, you know what I mean? I got like an old bed, I got a couch, I got a microwave, 1980 microwave, You know what I'm talking about, the kind you got to put on a lead apron and go in the other room while in use. Otherwise, it'll mess up your reproductive organs. Women come over and see my place and be like, oh, your place is small. I'm like, yeah, you act like you moving in. Checkout time is 6 a.m. Number for the taxes on the wall by the microwave. Wear the apron. Yes, indeed. What else is going on with me? I got all kind of, any pet lovers? Yeah. Pet lovers? I have 2, a dog and a cat. My dog just won most handsome dog on the internet. Yeah, he's a Chihuahua Shiba Inu, very handsome. And it's funny, I talk like I had something to do with it. People are like, wow, your dog is so handsome. I'm like, thank you. Get his looks from his mama. I got my cat. My cat gets me into so much trouble. Last time, y'all remember when the movie Black Panther was here? I went to go see it, and my cat came along with me unexpectedly. She jumped in my bag. I didn't check it, zipped it up, took off to the movie theater. I get there. As I'm sitting in there, my bag started moving. I'm like, what the heck? Oh, it's my cat. So I stayed because I paid $15 for the movie. Screw that. We're going to watch it. I'm watching the movie. As we get home, my cat's feeling herself because she thinks she saw her cousin on the screen. She's over here now she's giving the Wakanda greeting, and she's walking around and just getting mad at the dog because he won't bow to her, want a gold dish. I'm like, look, you're not in Wakanda. You're on a windowsill in a Tenderloin. Calm your ass down. My pets. I got all kinds. I had horses, turtles. I was a nerd like that. You know, not too many brothers would be like, hey, I'm a bookworm. I play chess. Any chess players in here? One. Oh, I like you more and more. You're starting to, a cute chess player. That's rare. I don't have a joke for that. It's just she's a cute chess player. What can you say? Oh my God. What else is going on with me? I am blanking out right now, and I don't know why. I know I shouldn't be, but I have, you see, I'm a watch collector.
Oh my. Wow.
Yeah, I'm a watch collector. I got over 50. And I've seen all kind of watches. Sometimes I get crap about my watches. Like I saw a watch I wanted to get. It's good. It works good under up to 20,000 leagues, 20,000 feet, whatever, under sea level. And my first thought was, if I'm 20,000 feet under sea level, the last thing I'm worried about is my watch working. You know? And why am I down here? Why this shark looking at me all funny? And you know, why'd I go sailing in the first place? Black people don't sail. Yeah, I do stuff that they say black people don't do. Like one time I took, like I'll give you an example of things I do. I leave a tip. They say, you know, and they're like, what you trying to be? They say I'm trying to be white. That's what it is. And I'm like, I'll leave a tip at a restaurant. They go, you trying to be white? And you know, I go out to places like friends say, oh, you trying to be white? I date white women. Oh, now you want to be black? Make up your mind. Make up your mind. That's what they get me on, all kind of stuff. If you come, check this out. I got this one for you. I just saw this in the paper recently. They found the original bus that Rosa Parks was on, and they're going to put it in a museum in Detroit where she's from. And I think that's so cool, but here's the question I ask. Are they going to put it in the front of the museum? Okay, I'll leave you on this. If you ever get a chance to come to Green Apple Bookstore in San Francisco, come by tomorrow night. I'm having a book signing. Oh, I didn't write a book. Just bring any book and I'll sign it. Have a good one, folks.
Norma, don't you love him? Norma Hughes. Yes. The star of the show tonight. Isn't he wonderful? Everybody's been fantastic. I'm Griffin Daly. You guys follow me, especially you people at home. Follow me on Facebook. Friend me if you like. Let's get some more shows going around San Rafael and stuff, right? Yeah, if you got a venue, give me a shout. Oh, yeah, we'll get something working. Look, marINSANITY, great fun show. I'm Griffin. I want you to give a final round of applause for all the great comics you've seen tonight. Erie Diamond, Oliver Graves, Natasha Vinnick, Hannah Evanson, and Zorba. Good night from marINSANITY.